Nothing at the moment, thank you.
Okay. If you think of anything, whilst I'm talking, while Stephen is talking, make a note of it, remember it, because it helps us in our talk. It also it adds something to the talk. People ask questions, people make comments, and it adds a little variety. And it's important that people be, not only the people hear us and learn from us, we are able to teach them, but that also they enjoy it. Entertainment is also a legitimate part of the game. Anyone, any comments, any questions in the meantime?
Sylvia, Steve, Charlene, go right ahead, please.
I'm wondering if Yair has any thoughts about how Judah vexes Ephraim today. Because Ephraimites might be able to tell you how Judah vexes Ephraim today in modern times. As we are trying to return, we feel sometimes that Judah vexes us.
Judah has what?
That Judah vexes Ephraim in modern times as we are trying to return. We feel sometimes that Judah vexes us, as Isaiah 11:13 states.
Okay. So I don't know. There's nothing really we can do about it. We just have to be ourselves, to do the best we can, to learn the Bible, to learn. That's what we have to do. That's what these studies are about. We have to learn our own tribal peculiarities. The Bible already mentioned in detail. To learn from them, to know that this is what is going on. That this is the prototype coming into play.
Mm-hmm.
The Almighty wants us to do what we have to do. He doesn't necessarily want us to become Jews. He wants us to become what we are. And what we are members of Judah, or members of the lost 10 tribes. And eventually we will come together. We will find a way. That is what has been prophesied. But it might take a while. And a lot of baggage, a lot of water is flowing under the bridge. So, and good, still flowing. So we need no, as I said, all you need is love. Yeah, there's a song like that. Yeah, we need love. We need compassion. We need to do our own thing and pray to God, and we'll be shown the way.
One of the ways that I think, for personally, and I may not be speaking for others, but as far as Judah vexing Ephraim, as we are trying to return, we feel that it's wrong for them to try to make us into Noahides. We feel that's a misunderstanding of what we are trying to do, that we are actually their brothers, and we are trying to return to the God of creation, the God of Israel, and his Torah laws, and they want us to be in what appears to be a second-class citizen category as Noahides, or they even call us Gentiles, when we are not heathen people, we are not Edom, we are not Ishmael, we are Israel. And so we don't like to be called Noahides, or we don't want to be called Gentiles. I may not be speaking for others, but this is how it strikes me, and it's not encouraging.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay, so we need to formulate that. That's fair enough. Tell that we don't think we're Gentiles. We believe we are Israelites.
Yeah, we don't believe that we're Gentiles.
Yeah, we don't believe we're Gentiles. We believe we are Israelites.
Yeah.
We also do not believe that we necessarily have to keep the law as Jews do for the time being, and God will show us the way. Meanwhile, this is what we are. Yeah, fair enough. That's about it.
Yeah, you said not to join Judaism. What are we to do?
I mean, I don't know. Everyone has to do the best he can according to what he is. Okay?
When we try to return, when we're trying to
But also depends what you want. What do you want? What do you want from Judah? He never heard of you. He never heard of you. It's all new to him.
Yeah.
You're jumping on him. It's all novelty.
So when we want to keep Sabbath, they tell us
Who
we're not.
are you? You're a handful of in his eyes, you're a handful of eccentrics. And he's busy. And now he has all kinds of things in his head. You know what I mean? A little bit. So, but no, you're right. But tell them that you're true. Let them know you're true. But don't expect immediate results. That's fair enough. And the Almighty will help you, and the Almighty will show us and help everyone. Halavai in Hebrew, you have an expression, halavai. Oh boy, halavai. I only wish that was the biggest problem we will ever have. Yeah. And and may the Almighty God of Israel bless all of us and help us and guide us. Would anyone like to say anything else?
Yeah, I have a couple of points and then I'll be finished because we've been going on for a very long time. Speaking of jealousy, Christianity, Ephraim, let's say, Ephraim basically, those in the West are coming from Christianity. That's carries a lot of baggage. We carry a lot of baggage from there. And there's a jealousy, big heavy piece of baggage. It's a jealousy of Ephraim, of Christians, of Judah's priesthood status. Of course, we know Levitical priesthood was the priesthood, but they understand the Levitical priesthood and all that stands for. They're jealous of. They want to have that kind of a status, that kind of function. And they've come up with the doctrine, I'm sure you've heard about it, the priesthood of all believers, Christian believers. That is the prima facie expression of the jealousy of Ephraim. And the Almighty says in Hosea to Ephraim, says, "You are no priest to me." Now, all the commentators they think, oh, that this speaking to the priesthood of Levi. No, it's speaking to Ephraim, because all of Israel was to be the Mamlechet Kohanim, the kingdom of priests. They were, when they learned the Torah, to model it and keep it as they should, then they will be like priests to the rest of the children of the Almighty, just like the Levites were priests to teach within Israel. When Mashiach comes, they're going to be the priests to all the other nations. Not that everybody's going to have going to be a Levitical priesthood in the priesthood, but they're going to be doing that function of teaching, right? So I want to say that priesthood will be restored to all of Israel and finally established as it should be when Mashiach comes. And the other, speaking of jealousies, the Almighty says, I don't know where it says so, it's some of the prophets, that I'm jealous for my holy name. I will not share my glory with anyone else. So he says, hey, there are no other gods like me. I'm not divided. There's only one of me. I am the God, the creator, and I'm jealous for my holy name. I will not share that with anybody else. So we need to learn that, and that will be part of the way that we need to walk on, which will help us to jettison this baggage that we're carrying with us from our Christian past. Okay, I want to stop with that and close the meeting. We have gone a long time, and thank you, Yair, for giving us your talk about Ephraim and what their responsibility is, and Lowell for providing this microphone for us. So I say shalom to everybody.
Thank you.
Okay.
So yes, so we want to thank Yair for another illuminating session, and Steve for contributing his abbreviated thoughts. We know they're there are many longer talks that he could give, and we hope he will. We mean speaking on behalf of all of us. Many open miracles, because England, America, and the land of Israel under attack now in so many different ways, as well as in Scandinavia and Western Europe. We hope we'll have some open miracles to rejoice about then. And also, I know that Yair has boys and grandsons now fighting in Gaza, so it's a subject of great concern, as are all the boys and girls, because it's not just boys, young and old of many different ages and backgrounds fighting in Gaza. Actually, not even just Jews. There are some Arab Christians and Muslims and Druze and Bedouins and people from other backgrounds. It's an unusual army. So thank you, and shalom from Jerusalem and South Carolina and Michigan and Minnesota and Oklahoma City